The next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
800-535-7789. 800-535-7789. 800-535-7789. That's 800-535-7789.
Welcome, folks. This is Fifth Street Sports on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon in Las Vegas, Nevada. We are on Sports Byline, SB Nation Radio Network, and also on Facebook.com/Fifth Street Sports Talk. Of course, as always, on the American Forces Network, you guys. Thank you very much. Guys, we got a great Wednesday show here. I got my two great co-hosts, Florida Rick and Oklahoma Brian. They've Hello, can you hear me now?
Hear you, Frank.
Yeah, I think we're on a commercial.
Okay, yeah, I'm back on the mic. It looks like my headset went out. Anyways, guys, what I was talking about is, you guys got the news that Don Best has been sold, right?
Yeah, I think we might be on a commercial.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
No, we're not. We're not on a commercial here. We're not.
Okay.
How about
Okay,
now?
yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Go
Okay,
ahead.
good. You know, we just got news that Don Best was sold.
Yeah, crazy story. I saw that too a couple of days ago. So I kind of predicted this was coming. You know, it's not really much of a secret within the industry that Don Best was owned by a sports book, primarily by Chris. And I think that there were a lot of business angles that wouldn't have been available to Don Best without a different ownership group. They were really kind of limited in not having a publicly traded company owning them, and so they were sold to another company this week. And yeah, I think it's actually fairly predictable, and I'm not sure exactly where what the next step is for Don Best, but this is definitely a logical step, and I think this also makes competition within that sector really interesting going forward.
Well, guys, when we come back on this break, let's talk about it and how it'll impact us, because these line services are real important to us. But this is Fifth Street Sports with Oklahoma Brian and Florida Rick. Frank Perez will be right back. Stay tuned. See you in just a few minutes.
It's time to find adventure on every drive. With Pennzoil Synthetics, you get complete protection for top engine performance. And between October 1st and November 30th, you'll get travel rewards to help you on your journey. With the purchase of any Pennzoil specialty motor oil change, you can earn up to $100 in travel reward credit. Save on hotels, rental cars, and activities. Visit Pennzoil.com/travel-on to find participating locations. Pennzoil, make the switch. Travel on. Offer ends 11/30. Terms apply. Full details at Pennzoil.com/travel-on.
Hey travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1780. 855-325-1780. That's 855-325-1780.
Hi, Rick Tittle here. You may know me as the Sports Talk host. I can talk about all sports: football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, golf, tennis, auto racing, boxing, Olympics, rollerball, But this time I'm here to talk about pain. If you have pain in your knee or your back like I do, then you should know about the Health Alert Hotline. If Medicare is your primary insurance, then you could qualify for a back or knee brace at little or no charge. I have an old injury from my football playing days, and anything that can help take that pain away and make it more manageable, that has my attention. I love the free delivery, and they take care of the paperwork for you. So if you have Medicare and need help for back, ankle, knee, or shoulder pain, please call the Health Alert Hotline at 800-428-1570. That's 800-428-1570. Agents are standing by 24/7, so go ahead and call now. 800-428-1570.
Everyone likes to, scrapbook. You scrapbook on the couch, the kitchen counter, and your favorite place to scrapbook, the bedroom. And what could possibly make scrapbooking any better? KY Duration. With KY Duration Spray and Gel, men everywhere are scrapbooking longer, and that's great for their partners who really enjoy scrapbooking too. So go ahead, scrapbook tonight with KY Duration Spray and Gel for men. Last longer, stay in the moment, use as directed.
Hi, guys. We're back here on 5th Street Sports. I'm Frank Perez, and I'm joined by Oklahoma Brian and Florida Rick. We had a little bit of technical difficulties there in the opening segment there, so I'm back on the microphone. Looks like my little earpiece wasn't working, but we are on Sports Byline, SB Nation Radio Network, and also on Facebook.com/5th Street Sports Talk. Guys, we started talking a little bit about something that affects us right out of our pocket or the service, and that's this Don Best being sold a couple days ago. What do you guys think how that's gonna impact us in our industry?
Go ahead, Rick.
Okay. So the story I like to tell about Don Best is how Don Best is on the NCAA blacklist with a bunch of mobsters, most of them dead, old timers, and somehow the NCAA thinks Don Best is a person, and student athletes in the NCAA are not allowed to fraternize with Don Best, or they risk being kicked out of school. And the NCAA still doesn't know what Don Best is. They think he's just an evil mobster and stay away from him at all costs.
I just hope that when they get, who is it that bought him? Scientific what is it? Scientific Investments Corp or something?
Something like that, right?
Yeah, I just hope that they don't take our rate up. But anyways, guys, let's get on to something else. Brian, we're going to go in your neck of the woods. And first of all, before we get on to this, I just want to say anybody affected by this, we're praying for you, and we hope that you're safe and you don't, nothing terrible happens to you. Because, we feel like when we talk about this, we feel like we're looters, like coming in after a hurricane or something. But Brian, this is right up this Hurricane Michael. What's that going to do for some of our weather games this week?
Yeah, so that's an interesting story. So this time of year, right, it's we're kind of in the tail end of the hurricane season. We're already down to the M's. So we're not going to see many hurricanes, but this is an exciting time of year because we have hurricanes are just tailing off. But we're going to start to see a lot of big fronts come down from Canada. You're going to see this will be a big part of our show going forward. We'll probably do a segment on weather probably at least once a week going forward. But in terms of this storm, the timing of it wasn't ideal. It sounds selfish to always want hurricanes to strike on weekends. You feel like it's a wasted hurricane if it hits on a Wednesday, right? It sounds like going to hell for saying that, would it have killed them to wait a couple of days, But this one, this is a little bit early. Let's say premature hurricane, I would call it. Would have been nice if it had held up a little bit. Could have been, could have potentially affected that Giants game on Thursday night. But it looks like it's going to be past New York, and it'll be out to the east of New York and past it. When we're trying to maximize hurricanes, we always want the hurricane to be just to the left of the the cities we're trying to affect in terms of weather. So, yeah, this is kind of a dud unless they're playing anything significant in Bermuda this weekend. I don't think this one is going to have a huge impact on the weather this weekend. There's only a few games. I looked I looked on Monday night. I haven't looked today, but I think there's maybe just a handful of games that are going to have 15-mile-an-hour winds or more this coming weekend. But once we get into, say, late October, early November, then it gets really fun. We'll start to see multiple games with 20-mile-an-hour plus winds, and it won't be because of hurricanes, but we should have a lot of fun with winds towards the mid to late football season.
Wow, Rick, especially down in your neck of the woods, that's got to be really good with these tropical storms and all this rain coming in right now, right?
Yeah, usually we're the ones who are, looking out for it or told to, shut her up or get out of town. But this time it just hit pounding the panhandle, that Panama City area, west towards Pensacola, east to Tallahassee is just getting obliterated. We have no effects. It's beautiful down here in South Florida today. And, I feel really bad for those people because this looks like a catastrophic storm.
Yeah.
But the only thing I think it's going to affect is high school football Thursday night and, maybe like North Carolina. That's pretty much about it in terms of sports.
That's funny because one of my partners, Chris, and I, we always used to wait for Brian games. We used to call them the Brian Kitty Hawk games because remember how the Wright brothers would always wait for there to be like 30 to 50-mile-an-hour winds before they started practicing with their airplanes up there and up at Kitty Hawk. That's what we always waited for, the MAC games, and Brian to call us and start telling us about these swirling 35-mile-an-hour gusts with rain, and then we just start shipping it on the under.
Yeah,
so, those are coming. Just wait a couple of weeks, but those are coming.
Yeah,
I know.
They are coming.
They never cease to fail. Late October, early November, MAC unders, just
Oh yeah. Brian, it's because of you that I got barred from, well, not barred, but kind of put on probation at the Win because you gave me six MAC games there one day, and I went up to the window, tried to bet 4,000 each on the under, and I got treated like I was a drug dealer. And I just said to the guy, listen, that's your product up there. I'm just trying to buy your product. And you said you're taking 4 dimes on these unders, and they were the 6 MAC under games. So when I came in there, I thought,
Did you round robin them?
No, they gave me $1,000 each and told me, to hit the road. I felt like Pablo Escobar, like I was coming in there trying to steal something or sell drugs. I said, I'm just trying to buy your product that's up on the board there, But that's the way these Vegas books are.
Yeah, exactly right.
Wow. So speaking about today, okay, so now you know what today is Wednesday. Wow, it's such a middle of the road game. We got that Philadelphia game coming up tomorrow. And yesterday we were right on Arkansas State. You had that one, right?
Arkansas State,
Appalachian State covered.
Yeah, Appalachian State, right.
Oh,
Jimbo was wrong on that one. Jimbo liked Arkansas State.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Jimbo came in with Arkansas. Oh, yeah. He took that game went to what, 10, right? 10 and a half?
Yeah, 10 and a half, 11 and a half, yeah. And the favorite, this team was right. It's easy cover.
35-6 final on that. And then, Brian, of course, you're in the woodshed with these Red Sox closing out the Yankees, right?
Yeah, that didn't help. I didn't hedge anything, so we'll just hold our breath and hope that the Astros can do a better job of putting down this Boston Rebellion.
And speaking of the Astros, now the Red Sox are the home team in this series, and the Astros opened up $1.40, favored.
Is that? Yeah, well,
wow.
That is a little bit higher than I thought they would be. But the futures market was any indication that the Astros were quite a bit shorter price than the Red Sox. So I thought they'd be favored by a little bit, but 140 is a little higher than I thought.
It is. So now here's a team that won 108 games, and just beat the Yankees 3 out of 4. They're at home, and I was kind of happy for you that they still figured that Houston's a 7-5 favorite over them.
Yeah, maybe I should. Take a little Boston plus 130. I probably should.
No, don't do it, buddy. You know what we do here. You gotta sack up right now and double down on the Astros. Sack up right now. Just double down on the Astros. You can show them.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And Anyway, so you guys, we are going to be talking. Okay, so what about these Giants? Now it seems like the money's coming in on the Giants. Philly it's moved 24 cents from the high. It was $1.68. Now it's down to $1.44 on these Eagles.
Yeah, I think as bad as the Giants have been this year, I think that it's becoming more obvious to. You're saying the money's coming on the Giants, right?
Right. The money's coming in on the
absolutely.
Giants.
Yeah, I think it's obvious that the Eagles aren't quite right, and I think didn't they lose their running back this week as well? I think they did.
Yeah, they did, but I mean these Giants I wouldn't lay points on the road, but taking the Giants seems to me like you gotta yikes.
Well, yeah, what is that? Is it 3 or 2.5 now?
3.
It's
Well,
like dog 20. Yeah, 3
Yeah.
dog to quarter, 3 dog 20.
3 dog.
I'll tell you what I love with this. I love this game as I love the Giants at a teaser spot. This has got. I think this thing's going to close around 2.5, and even if it stays 3, I like it as a Wong or a Wong Jr.
Oh, okay, you guys. We're getting ready for a break. We'll be right back. It's Oklahoma Brian, Florida Rick, and Frank, 5th Street Sports. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Not too long ago, it felt good to withdraw your cash from the bank, didn't it? For a vacation or a new car. But today, withdrawing your own cash has become risky. Pat Boone here for Swiss America. According to The Secret War, a new Swiss America white paper, I learned that all banks are now required to spy on you and me for the government, and then report any financial behavior deemed suspicious or unusual. You must read The Secret War. It's free. Truth is, I believe the government's new war against cash is really a war against us all. But the secret is now out. So please, get and read The Secret War.
Pick up your phone and call right now. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. Once again, that's 800-932-5517.
Attention business owners. Are you struggling while waiting for your customers to pay on their net 30, 60, or 90-day invoices? Can't get a business loan? Have no equity? Bad credit? Or maybe no credit at all? Then you need to call AmeriFactors right now. AmeriFactors will give you cash for your invoices and there's nothing to pay back. We simply buy your account receivables, and if those clients don't pay on the invoices, we take the loss. We give you funds based on your account receivables, not your credit. And 98% of all applicants are approved. It's that simple. With AmeriFactors, there's no more waiting for your customers to pay. We give you the funds up front, then we wait for your customers to pay us. Fund your business today. Call AmeriFactors right now.
800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. That's 800-847-1183.
Where do you want to go on a vacation or honeymoon? The Caribbean, Europe, Hawaii, Mexico? How about Disney or a cruise? At Superior Cruise and Travel, we've got you covered. We'll assign you your own travel concierge. They'll help you design a custom vacation plan that you can't find online. And the service is completely free. You can't compare the value of this to any other online travel company. We can help you plan a custom vacation anywhere in the world. We even offer payment plans with no credit card required. Now you pay off your vacation on your time schedule. Call now and mention the promo code RADIO and save up to $500. Book your custom trip. Call Superior Cruise and Travel now and talk to one of the highest rated travel agencies in the country with a 5-star A+ online rating.
800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. That's 800-570-9631.
Folks, we're back here on 5th Street Sports with Oklahoma Brian, Florida Rick. I'm Frank Perez. Also, we're on the Sports Byline SB Nation Radio Network. You can also find us on Facebook.com/5th Street Sports Talk. You guys, I just had a nice big shot of espresso, so I'm ready to go because this is a Wednesday, and you know what Wednesday means. and it's going to be Rick's first time in the shelter, because Wednesday usually is when we start talking about who's going to be barking.
Doggy in the window.
Hey.
The one with the waggly tail. How much
You know what that means, guys, right? Time to go to the
It's
dog
dog
pound.
time.
All right, Rick, this is your first day at the dog pound, so we're going to go in rotation. And tell us which one of these dogs you think is going to be barking this weekend. You go first.
I think this weekend, Frank, we're going to have a bunch of dogs barking. And the first one will be tomorrow night's game. I think the Giants are going to get the job done against the Eagles. I expect them to win. I expect them to win kind of comfortably in a game. So that's not a heavy dog, but it's a dog that should win. And Thursday Night Football, Philly coming off the bad performance on the Giants, I think we'll take it at home.
So Brian, what is that like? What did Rick pick? Like a little beagle?
It's not even a beagle. Are you kidding? No, that's like that's pretty weak. You're picking a 3-point dog.
That's my first one.
Is your first dog?
That's my first one. Only because it's tomorrow night.
Well,
Yeah,
let's bring out the big ones, Brian. What do you got? Let's step it up from this little well, it's not a Chihuahua, but I consider it a little beagle.
That's like a schnauzer.
Okay.
Wow, I expected better than you on your first dog pick. That a 3-point dog.
Only because of tomorrow night, right?
Well, isn't it better than those ESPN guys? Come on.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it was Fox actually this week that. So every week on Fox at the end of their pregame broadcast, all four guys pick a dog that's their dog to win outright. And you expect, I know the NFL doesn't necessarily have huge dogs in a typical week because the spreads are a little bit lower than college, but still you'd think they would pick like a 6-7 point dog. Of the four guys on the show this week, two of them picked Green Bay. Green Bay was either a 1 or a 1.5 point dog that actually just flipped. Detroit actually had been the dog early in the week, so I thought that was pretty hysterical.
Those are like teacup terriers, right? Little teacups. I mean, we don't even consider them dogs. All right, so we're gonna wait for your big kahuna right now. Who do you like?
Well, since Rick started on Thursday night, I think I'll stay on Thursday night. I hate the fact that this game has moved a little bit. I've lost a half point. I should have jumped on this earlier because it's a game I'm betting myself also. But I really like this. Actually, it's a Friday night game. Tulsa's playing on Friday night at home against South Florida. This is a game I anticipate the public to be on South Florida, but Tulsa started a freshman quarterback, for the first time at Houston. And even though they actually did end up losing by 15, which actually that covered the spread, but they were threatening to win the game most of the game. It kind of got away from them at the end. This Tulsa offense is a completely rejuvenated offense with this freshman. Ironically, his name is Boomer.
Hey, Brian.
Which is funny. If you had gone to go ahead.
No, we just got Josie Cañada just wrote in, and it looks like this one's directed towards you. It says, Oklahoma Brian, what are your thoughts on the Wisconsin-Michigan game this week? I'm a Wisconsin homer, and I'm nervous about on this week's big game. Love you guys. You, Frank, and Rick are awesome. Thanks. That one's for you, Brian, from Josie.
Okay, all right. I'm going to get to Wisconsin in just a second. Let me just finish up on the on that Tulsa game. I haven't checked this, but I would suspect that also that the South Florida travel plans could be. I know that there were flights all over the west coast of Florida today from the Tampa area that were delayed because of this hurricane. So I'm not sure if they're going to wait till Thursday to travel anyway, but there's a chance that their travel, I guess they probably would travel on Thursday, that their travel would be affected. So I like Tulsa in that
All right,
Friday night game.
Now, what kind of dog is this?
Well, it's a 7-point dog. So that in my mind, a 7-point dog would be, I'd say, like a Dalmatian.
Oh, a Dalmatian. All right. Well, no. Now, like before I give mine out, let's address Josie's comment to you.
Okay.
She's
So,
asking
on
about the
Michigan.
Wisconsin. She's obviously this girl is from Wisconsin area because she's a homer over there, and she wants to know your
That's
thoughts
right.
on the game.
Josie, I remember your question last week about the Packers, and you got robbed in that game. Packers should have won the game. They had, I believe, they had 4 missed field goals and an extra point. That was kind of a once in a lifetime deal. But this week, you got the Badgers going to the Big House. They're about an 8.5 point dog, I believe. And I think this is actually a pretty tough spot for Wisconsin. I think this Michigan team is way underrated by a lot of people. Their loss in game 1 to Notre Dame is totally excusable at this point. Notre Dame looks like they're legitimate top 3 or 4 team right now. And, Michigan has been a team that's a little slow out of the gate in the first quarter, but man, they seem to really pick up speed, as the game goes on. And Michigan needs to rack up a lot of kind of beauty points going forward. They're going to need to cover the spread convincingly, I think, to get themselves into the mix. So I kind of think Michigan's my play in this game, and I anticipate betting Michigan. What are your thoughts, Rick?
Well, it's funny. This was actually going to be one of my dog games. I was going to take Wisconsin to win this outright, but then I started looking at the public. The public is about 65% on Wisconsin. And although it hasn't happened the last couple of times I've mentioned this to you guys, public is never usually right when they're on the dog, and they usually are pretty much out of it from the starting gate. So I'm going to have to look and look over this one. But I do think Wisconsin's going to be in the first half, but the way I'm starting to think about it now, it probably looks like a game that Michigan will put away in the second half.
So with that being said, Josie, with your 2 experts, I know you are a Wisconsin fan, homer, but it doesn't sound good because the 2 experts are picking Rick because of line moves and Brian because of what he just said, that Michigan really needs to rack up beauty points. So, well, Josie, we're not probably going to be on this game, but it's not good news for you. But hey, here comes my dog, you guys. I'm busting right out of the kennel with a Rottweiler. I'm going with game 187, Baylor plus 430 over Texas. If you watched this game last week against Oklahoma, towards the end of the game, Oklahoma did whatever they wanted. Right down the field, caught right up 21 points, just like water. I watched the Baylor game. They looked good for about 3 quarters of the game. Obviously, I lost. I laid 4, and they won by 3. I figured that they could keep Kansas State away from the end zone towards the end, but they didn't. But I think Baylor can handle this Texas team, and I'm going to bring me home a nice, big, old, juicy Rottweiler at plus 430. And now Rick's back in the kennel.
Okay. I'm going to say this one's a Labrador, a black lab to be specific, and I'm going to take Iowa State at home. Prime time against West Virginia. Getting 6 is about a plus 210, 215 dog. Iowa State always shows up at home, especially on these nationally televised games. This is going to be a crazy environment in Ames. I think Iowa State will be in it the whole way, and I think they'll squeak out a winner at the end by a field goal or so.
I really like that play. That's one I was actually going to use. So that's proof that we don't rehearse this ahead of time, because Rick just stole a Labrador from me, which is tough because I own a Labrador. But I totally agree with everything he said. It's you can still get to 7 on the buy right now. I can't imagine that this line could go up at this point. This if you put a gun to my head and ask me to pick a winner, and please don't ever do that. I can only pick Iowa State in this game. I think this is a totally one-sided game. I really like the Iowa State quarterback, and I think that's a great play. You know what? I'm gonna stay. Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn because Rick took your play.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay.
Hello.
Have going here, right? You had the Texas Baylor game. He has the Iowa State West Virginia game. I'm trying to find a game number. Oh, here it is. I'm going back to Old Trusty. I'm going to fade Oklahoma State again. I've said it on this show for several weeks now. I don't think this Oklahoma State team is right. I think I'm going to come out and say it. I think this is Mike Gundy's last year. This team has massive chemistry problems. This is a completely inept offense. They can't block anyone. Relatively talented at running back, but the quarterback is weak. Really not a viable quarterback behind him. Although at one point it looked like we might have a quarterback controversy, it looks like they're going to stick with the senior. I think this is an Oklahoma State team that is going to struggle from this point forward. And they're playing a Kansas State team that's been a little bit underperforming. This is the perfect game for Bill Snyder and Kansas State. Love Kansas State at home. It's an early start, which I think actually favors, generally like late starts for home teams, but Oklahoma State is notorious for falling asleep at early start time. So I like Kansas State. There's 7, I think, more 6.5. So I think starting to turn to 6.5. You can still get 7s. I like the 7 on Kansas State. That's a strong play for me. I like them on the money line. So the money line would be what, about plus 250?
Yep. Well, you guys, guess where I'm going, because there's. Oh gosh, we gotta take a break. Dang, it goes so fast. We'll be right back. 5th Street Sports. You're joined with Florida Rick, Oklahoma Brian, and Frank. Stay tuned. Back in just a few minutes.
Being a new parent means every high and low you can imagine. But Evos can make it all easier with a baby monitor you can trust. Go to myevos.com, that's MYEVOZ.com, to see how Evos can be the eyes and ears of your nursery. Evos works with your smartphone to provide a live audio and HD video connection to your baby anytime and anywhere. On a date, at work, away on business, even serving your country overseas, Evos helps you never miss a moment. Whether your baby is with a sitter, your partner, a grandparent, or a friend, you'll be right there too. And with unique features like smart alerts that know the difference between a barking dog and your baby crying, extensive sleep tracking data, and state-of-the-art security features for your peace of mind, Evos is the smart baby monitor for connected parents. And enter the code SPORTS at checkout for $20 off. That's myevos.com. MYEVOZ.com.
If you or a loved one is suffering from a physical or emotional condition that has left you unable to work, then listen carefully. Take this number down. 800-593-7491. That's 800-593-7491. When you call, you'll speak with a Social Security disability expert and get a free evaluation to see if you may qualify for disability insurance benefits from the U.S. government. That's right, a monthly cash payment paid directly to you from the Social Security Administration. Whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied disability benefits, call now. The disability attorneys at Pinnacle Disability can help you build your case, file an appeal, and represent you at no upfront cost to you. Don't wait another minute to see if you may qualify for your Social Security disability benefits. Call Pinnacle Disability Group at 800-593-7491 for your free case evaluation. That's 800-593-7491. 800-593-7491. Call now.
If you are age 85 or younger, call to learn more. Final expense plans from a licensed agent in the Angel Care Network. The average funeral now costs over $10,000. Are you at risk of leaving loved ones to help pay your debts? A final expense policy for seniors can pay up to $30,000 for funeral and other final expenses. You don't need a medical exam, and you can have lifetime coverage, and the policy cannot be canceled. To receive free information about final expense plans from a licensed agent in the Angel Care Network, call now. You'll also receive information about a free prescription discount card just for calling in. Agents are standing by.
Call 800-508-5774. 800-508-5774. 800-508-5774. Call now. That's 800-508-5774.
Hey guys, we're back here. Frank Perez, Oklahoma Brian, and Florida Rick at 5th Street Sports on Sports Byline SB Nation Radio. We were in the kennel right now, and it was my turn. So you guys, guess where I'm going with mine, okay? I got myself an American water dog. I asked the person at the kennel to take me outside where it was raining so it would be appropriate for my dog Because my dog is a hunting water dog, okay, and it's going to be I'm taking LSU in the swamp at home plus 258 against this Georgia squad. So I specifically went out to the part of the kennel where it was raining because I wanted to pick me out a nice little water hunting dog. So I'm going to take LSU plus 258 at home over this Georgia squad. I think LSU got a little bit. That game got away from them against Florida. They're back home. I think they're an excellent team, and this is a great spot for a game that I think is a toss-up with LSU being in the swamp. So I'm going to take LSU.
I'm with you there. That line has moved, 3-4 points already, more than anything else because of LSU's performance last week. And while the Georgia's, top 2 or 3 teams, they're going to play with anyone. I mean, they're probably about the only team that has a chance of beating Alabama this year. So the fact this thing's gone to 7.5, you can get plus 270, 280 in the money line.
Yeah,
it's a great play. I mean, even if you don't play the money line, you're gonna be in the game the whole way. They're not getting.
Yeah, I totally agree.
CBS.
We make so Frank. I was just gonna say, Rick and a few others of us make mock lines on Sunday night for college games, looking forward to the next week. And nobody in our group made this line higher than 6. I think 6 at the absolute highest. I think one guy made it as low as 2.5. He was a little off, but this line's insane at 7.5. I think you got great value there. Good play.
Hey, how about Billy Donnelly? He's coming. What about 155 Colorado plus 7? Can they sneak into the playoffs? Jeez, what do you think about that one, guys?
I will step up and say no way. I think this it's a neat story. It's been fun, but I think they're going home with the consolation game version of the game, not the Showcase Showdown prize. I think this is I think that Colorado is going to run into a buzzsaw here in the next few weeks.
All right, Chris. Rick, fire off another one. Well, I mean, if you got something for Billy, go ahead.
Let me just address this Colorado, where Billy's getting the line that they're plus 155. They're closer to plus 255 on the road at USC. This is another one of these public on the dog and big. USC's open at 7. The juice has still moved up to like the high 7 minus 15, 7 minus 20. The public is now 70% on Colorado. This screams of just, take a mortgage your house, second mortgage, bet USC at all costs, and borrow money from your friends, bet their money on USC. I don't see how this line hasn't moved at all in Colorado's favor, and it's actually moved a little bit the opposite direction with all this money. And the tickets are absurd. So 3/4 are on Colorado, which you don't see this much money in tickets on a dog, in 2 major conference teams. So. And I don't know where Billy's coming with plus 55. Like I said, it's closer to plus 245, 250. So
you sure he wasn't? Was he talking game 155? Maybe he meant.
Oh, is that what he was saying? Oh, okay. I think he was saying Colorado. You're right. That's what it is. Okay.
Game 155.
Okay, you're right.
All right. Well, Rick, like we all got to take home three dogs, or this ASPCA is going to get pissed off at us. We've taken home 2 dogs. What's your third puppy here that you're bringing home?
Okay. Well, my third one. I'm going to call the third one a Newfoundland. This is a giant dog. This will be in honor of our old friend Art's old dog Lily and Ben. The Newfoundlands are the biggest dogs I've ever seen. I can't imagine there's a dog bigger than them. But I'm taking game 138 East Carolina at home as a 16-point dog against Houston on Saturday night. Money line this game. If you can find it, it's around plus 500, plus 600. East Carolina had a horrible showing last week against Temple. It got destroyed, I think, 49-6. East Carolina typically shows up in these type of primetime home games against elite opponents. And I think Houston's due for a letdown. East Carolina's going to, Greenville's going to be rocking. This is going to be a close game. I don't know if they're going to win it, but I think getting plus 550, 600 is incredible value.
Oh, there you go. How about you, Brian? Bring one home, baby.
I don't disagree with that. Yeah, I'm going to stay in the extremely large dog category. I'm going to go with I'm going to call this a Neapolitan Mastiff. which is a fairly big dog if you're not already familiar with the Neapolitan Mastiff. Here's a game that it's funny. This is actually opposite of our friend Rockford last week. This game moved 7 points, or this team had a 7-point line move in their favor. Now, granted, that was primarily because their opponent's quarterback was out. But this team, Wyoming, that I like this week, they were a dud in Hawaii. But that's not uncommon in college football for teams to go to Hawaii and fail to deliver. Maybe they had some bad poi. Maybe they treated it like a bowl game. Who knows? But they reset this week. They're playing Fresno at Fresno. This Fresno team is one of the luckiest teams in the country in terms of just big plays and turnovers. They kind of sleptwalk through their Nevada game last week, which I watched most of it painfully, I must say. Wyoming's an 18-point dog this week. I was just looking for the money line. What would an 18-point dog be as a money line, Rick?
Ooh, gosh.
I would be in the plus 700 one, plus 700 range, maybe 750.
Yeah.
That's a big boy.
This is a gigantic dog. This is a dog that could crush you if it jumped on you. So
that's a big boy.
Yeah, I like it. You know, this is a decent Wyoming team. They've got an incredible running back in Nico Evans, but they've really been spotty at the quarterback position. They're playing a freshman who's been really erratic, didn't play well at Hawaii. I think this is the perfect team to take down Fresno State, Keyshawn Johnson, and I really like Wyoming in this spot, so I'm taking them to win outright.
Well, here's a little puppy that I'm bringing home, and then the acronym for the letters of the school that I'm going again. It's because I've got a nephew that went over there, and I think that their acronym should be "Bring Your Underwear," because I think this week they're going to do a little caca in their pants. I'm going to bring me home a big Hawaiian luau dog, baby, with Hawaii plus 358 against this BYU squad. I think Hawaii's quarterback's coming back. They beat Wyoming last week without their starting quarterback in there. So I'm going to take me a little Hawaii. I'm going to the luau here, plus 358.
I like it.
Do we have time for one more?
I like it.
Yeah, bring it in. Bring it in. As many dogs as we can take home. The more they leave us in the kennel. Bring one home, Rick.
Okay. This one isn't a big dog. This is going back to the terrier range, but I think it's a dog that's a great. I love this play. It's game 184 Memphis, getting 4 at home Saturday afternoon against UCF. As we know, UCF hasn't lost the game in, what is it now, 17, 18 games. And the public is 80% on UCF. Lines trickle down from 5 to 4. This is UCF's most likely chance of losing a game this year until maybe their last game at USF. I think you have everything going Memphis' favor. I think Memphis is a great play. It's only going to be about plus 165, plus 175, but I think it's a play that you jump on, and I think you're going to go wire-to-wire winner in this game and never look back.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it because, boy, this UCF looked like a stone-cold play. I love it, Rick. I love that contrarian selection there. Hey, guys, you know what that music sounds like, right? Guess who's back in town? It's Rockford. Rockford is back home, baby. Let's see what he's going to be chirping. He had a great week last week, Rockford. Here it is, Rockford's picks. He's going with 180, Northwestern minus 3.5, 148, Utah State over 63, and 126, Illinois plus 10.5. Now, you guys know that Rockford aced the board. He has redeemed himself. I'm glad he didn't jump because they had, about 2 weeks ago when he laid an 0-5 egg, then he went back to 3-2. They spotted him on the top of the Bellagio. They didn't know if he was going to jump or not, but he's back. What do you think of Rockford's plays, guys?
That's interesting. I hadn't really paid attention to that. Speaking of dogs, to that Illinois-Purdue game, but it's a little bit of a derby. The schools aren't very far apart, and they're both kind of unexceptional teams. Yeah, sure. Why couldn't I think Illinois could win that game outright, and I don't mind them plus 10.5. The Utah State over, don't really have much of an opinion on that. And what was the first one?
Northwestern
was the
3.5.
Not much of an opinion on that. What are your thoughts, Rick?
I love the Illinois play. That was going to be one of my picks if we had another few picks to win outright. I think Illinois is going to be in this game the whole way, and good chance to get the win at a plus 300, 350 price. Again, the Utah State over, I have zero opinion on. Northwestern, Nebraska's played so bad. Sometimes these are the games you don't want to be against those type of teams. They finally got their cover last week, so maybe they're feeling better about themselves thanks to Scott Frost kicking the PAT. So maybe they got their life in them now, and I think they're gonna show up this game. Not a huge fan of that play.
So Brian, you got it now. Now Rick just took home his fourth dog. So how about you? Bring us or did you bring one in?
No, it's my turn. I got a couple that I'm torn between. You know what? I'm gonna go to a different game here. I like a team that I've kind of made fun of a lot earlier in the year, but I think maybe they've turned the corner, and that's Arkansas Hogs with Chad Morris playing a home, actually kind of a home asterisk game. They're playing this game in Little Rock, which actually is a pretty energetic venue for the Hogs. Playing a Mississippi team that really is no bargain. Arkansas has looked really good, surprisingly good, the last 2 weeks against A&M and Alabama. I do have to wonder how beat up they're going to be physically after taking on A&M and Alabama. But I kind of like this team getting almost 7 points. So that looks like it's about, 250 on the money line?
230, 250.
I feel like this is a dog. I'm not overly enthusiastic about this play, but yeah, I think this is a dog that could get there. And in terms of a breed, 7-point dog feels like a golden retriever, I would say.
All right. Well, I'm going to take me home a little NFL Chihuahua. I love this play. Oakland plus 141 at home against Seattle. That'd be the day after you've seen the Seattle team that I'm going to lay a price on the road. I'm going to take a little Northern California Chihuahua home with Oakland plus 141. And that's not Northern California.
Wait, Frank, you realize this game's in London, right?
Oh boy, you're right about that. Well, then in that case, let me take me home. Well, then I still like Oakland in this game. I don't care where they play. Getting $1.41 against this team, I'll take me home a little English setter then, plus 141.
English setter, I like. It's a little, not quite big enough. 3-point dog's not enough to be an English setter. I think you're looking for a very mean breed here. I think of Raider fans that they like to throw urine bombs on their opponents and beat them up in the bathrooms. So I think you're looking for, if you could find like a small but aggressive breed. Like think of a small dog that might bite your visitors when they come to your house. I think that's what you're looking for.
That's like my dog. He's a little Taco Terrier. Hey guys, we're getting ready for a break. We'll be right back. Fifth Street Sports. Frank, Brian, and Rick. Stay tuned. Back in a few minutes.
Want to fly somewhere? Looking for cheap flights or cheap tickets? Then call. That's right. Call the low-cost airline travel hotline now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. Low-cost airlines has all kinds of cheap travel deals. Fly domestically and save up to 75%. You can even fly internationally and save even more. Yes, fly anywhere in the world and save a lot of money on your plane tickets. We'll even save you money with cheap travel deals on hotels, rental cars, even complete travel packages. So don't book your tickets until you call us first for the absolute cheapest prices on U.S. and international airline tickets and hotels. Call right now for prices so low they can't be published. Travel experts are here 24/7 to help. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. That's 800-754-4531.
Attention to anyone that's written a book or wants to write a book. The process is not that complicated. Take a first step. Even if you write a page a day, you'll build momentum and your book will become a reality. The hard part is getting it published. That's when you need to call Page Publishing. They've got hundreds and hundreds of thank yous from different new authors, just like you. They make the process of publishing your new book and getting it sold online a simple process. You can learn how simple it is right now by calling for your free Page Publishing New Author Submission Kit. One quick 3-minute phone call, that's all it takes to get free information and learn how you can get your book published. Pick up your phone right now and call us 24 hours a day at this number. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. That's 800-603-0885.
Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Clapper, Chief of Orthopedic Surgery at Cedars-Sinai Medical Group in Los Angeles, California. Dedicated to your health, your life, and your sports. As a weekend warrior, you know about sports injuries and pain. Exercise is an important element in keeping your body's core in good shape to minimize sports injuries. But when you are in pain, there is one product that I recommend to my patients, and that is Blue Goo Gel. Blue Goo consists of a proprietary formula developed specifically for the treatment of inflammation and general muscle aches and strains. I recommend Blue Goo for my patients coping with hip and knee pain before surgery, especially bursitis and tendinitis. Give Blue Goo a try. Call 1-888-330-0123 and you'll receive a 1-week supply of Blue Goo absolutely free. The makers of Blue Goo are even paying the shipping. The number again is 1-888-330-0123. If you want more information on Blue Goo, visit online at www.dothegoo.com.
Now available at select Big 5 stores near you.
Folks, we're back here on 5th Street Sports on Sports Byline SB Nation Radio Network, also on the American Forces Network. We sure hope we had a few technical difficulties, but it was a pretty entertaining show. Hey, guys, I was just thinking, Billy Donlan's got one here for us, guys, really quick. 145, Kent plus 320, my big dog Mac. And then Billy says, how do I contact Andrew about the shirt? Well, Andrew, what do you think? How does Billy get the shirt? We just sent a message to you on the chat. Anyways, guys, I was thinking about something. Since we've been going to the dog pound picking up all these puppies, what about if we take everybody tomorrow? We'll take them to school and bring them to the chalkboard. What do you think about that one? We'll bet some favorites. Sure. I mean, let's tell them about. I mean, we hate the chalkboard, but we can bring it to them.
I can't keep up with your wit. I didn't catch that right away. I like it. Let's go for it.
All right. Yeah. So I mean, we hate it because we're dog players. We love the underdogs, but I feel that there is some value, and we can bring some people to school. We hate, we all hate school. We all hate chalk, but let's bring you guys to the chalkboard tomorrow. We're going to do our homework tonight. So Rick, do your chalk homework. I know you hate it. But what do you think about that, fellas?
Love the concept, and if you listen to other sports talk shows that give picks out, they're pretty much about 85% giving favorites anyway, so we can join in the fun.
Yeah, but Brian, you gotta. I mean, you guys. I mean, you know us. I mean, whenever we bet chalk, it's pretty solid. You know what I mean? It's there's like a reason why we're laying a price or laying points. But let's take everybody to school tomorrow. What do you think of that?
Let's go for it. All right, I believe Rick and I are entitled to 2 more dogs each. I know we're running out of time, so shoot
go quick.
Rick and then I'll go.
Go quick. 35 seconds. Go
Billy
quick,
Donlan
guys.
stole mine. I was going to pick a can't read, can't write, Kent State plus 320 in the money line, and that was right. Billy Donlan stole it right out of my fingertips.
Oh, Billy, way to go, Billy. Way to go.
Last but not least, I love Southern Miss against North Texas. I think this is a great play. They're probably getting about 300. So, like that play. I'm
taking Dallas Cowboys plus $1.30, guys, at home. Dallas plus $1.30. Thanks for listening, everybody, and to our great audience. Appreciate it. American Forces Network. This is Frank Perez, 5th Street Sports, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. See you tomorrow.
USA Radio.